we now know about a last-minute change, the homage of the people.
Yes, so if you remember, there was a bit of an issue with certain people when it was announced that instead of the homage of the peers, where traditionally hereditary peers would kneel down before the sovereign and pay homage to him physically, it was going to be replaced with something called homage of the people, which involves calling upon everybody in the United Kingdom and the other realms and territories where the king is head of state to pledge their allegiance to him, which did not go down very well with certain people. Jonathan Dimbleby, who, of course, the biography of the king when he was Prince of Wales, called it abhorrent and ill-advised by Lambeth Palace. It was the Lambeth Palace idea. Now, if you look at the order of service, which has been released in the last few hours, they've actually changed that. So instead of the Archbishop calling upon everybody to swear their allegiance to the king, he's going to invite people to do so. So clearly they've had a bit of a change of heart.
It's a very small change, but I guess it's enough to keep some people happy.
I think so. I mean, the guidance we were getting was this very much was always an invitation. It was never a demand by the Archbishop of Canterbury or the Church of England or indeed the king to swear their allegiance to him. It's very much if people in the country choose to do so, if they wish, they can do. But of course you don't have to. Very similar to the national anthem, God Save the King. Of course you don't have to sing that if you don't wish to. So it's the same sort of idea.
Are we going to get a glimpse of the king before the procession at 10:20? Because although we're dutifully parked outside the palace, he's not here, is he?
No, he's not. So the king and queen consort still live in Clarence House and use Buckingham Palace as an office because, of course, Buckingham Palace is still being refurbished. It's still in the middle of a 10-year refurbishment programme. So it would not surprise me if at some point this morning we see the king and queen consort arrive at Buckingham Palace. But, of course, that's not been confirmed.
And could we see another surprise walkabout? Is that a possibility?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, yesterday was pretty last-minute surprise and thrilled the people on the Mall who had obviously camped out for days to get their prime position for the coronation procession and the King's procession today, and then got a surprise with the King and the Prince and Princess of Wales on the Mall. I think for today, I doubt it. I think there's a lot to prepare. Of course, it's very different type of clothing, but we're expecting to see the King and those around him wearing. It's a very formal occasion, so I think there's a lot of preparation to do this morning.
Yeah. Look, can I ask you a personal question?
You can.
As our royal correspondent, because obviously we've been looking forward to this now for quite a number of months. Does it feel like for you now that the day is here?
Do you know, it's been a long year. It was less than a year ago, Stephen. We were sat just the other side of the road here at Australia Gates for the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee. And what has happened in the last year is I never would have guessed it. But I think coming now to the start of this new reign, it really is the dawn of the new type of monarchy, I think, under King Charles. I think it's celebratory and a sense of optimism I'm getting from the people on the streets of central London here today. So I think many people would perhaps want that to continue.
Oh, absolutely, yes.